Today our topic is how to deal with criticism the Stoic way. Criticism is something everyone faces at some point. It can come from friends, family, co-workers, or even strangers. Sometimes it is helpful, but often it can feel harsh or unfair. The Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca had a lot to say about how to handle criticism. Their advice is still useful today. Let's explore how Stoicism can help us deal with criticism in a calm and thoughtful way. First, let's understand what Stoicism is. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot control. It is about finding peace and strength within ourselves, no matter what happens outside. The Stoics believe that our emotions and reactions are in our control, even if the world around us is not. This idea is very powerful when it comes to dealing with criticism. When someone criticizes you, it is easy to feel hurt, angry, or defensive. These emotions are natural, but the Stoics would say that they are not helpful. Instead of reacting with emotion, the Stoics suggest we pause and think. Ask yourself, is this criticism true? If it is true, then it is an opportunity to learn and improve. If it is not true, then it does not matter. You do not need to let it affect you. This is easier said than done, but with practice, it becomes more natural. One of the key ideas in Stoicism is to separate what is in your control from what is not. When someone criticizes you, their words and opinions are not in your control. You cannot change what they say or think, but your reaction is in your control. You can choose how to respond. You can choose to stay calm and not let their words upset you. This is a powerful way to deal with criticism. Another Stoic principle is to focus on your own character and actions. The Stoics believe that the most important thing is to live a virtuous life. This means being honest, kind, fair, and strong. If you are living a virtuous life, then the opinions of others do not matter as much. You know who you are and what you stand for. This gives you confidence and peace of mind. Criticism can still sting, but it does not shake your core. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in his journal, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realizes this, and you will find strength. This is a reminder that we cannot control what others say or do, but we can control how we think and feel. When someone criticizes you, you can choose to see it as a challenge to grow, not as an attack. You can choose to focus on your own progress, not on what others think. Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, said, "If someone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said, but answer, 'He was ignorant of my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these alone.'" This is a humorous way to say that we all have flaws, and criticism is just a reminder of that. Instead of getting upset, we can laugh it off and keep moving forward. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher and advisor to the Roman Emperor Nero, wrote, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." This means that often the fear of criticism is worse than the criticism itself. We imagine how bad it will feel, and we worry about what others will think. But when the criticism actually happens, it is usually not as bad as we feared. The Stoics encourage us to face criticism with courage and not let our imaginations make it worse. Another Stoic technique is to practice empathy. When someone criticizes you, try to understand their perspective. Maybe they are having a bad day, or maybe they are insecure and taking it out on you. By seeing things from their point of view, you can feel less angry and more compassionate. This does not mean you have to agree with their criticism, but it can help you stay calm and not take it personally. The Stoics also remind us that everyone has different opinions and values. What one person thinks is important, another might not care about at all. This is why it is impossible to please everyone. If you try to make everyone happy, you will only make yourself unhappy. Instead, Focus on being true to yourself and your own values. Let go of the need for approval from others. This is not easy, but it is freeing. Another important Stoic idea is to practice gratitude. When you receive criticism, try to find something to be grateful for. Maybe the criticism is an opportunity to learn and grow. Maybe it is a reminder to stay humble and keep improving. Even if the criticism is unfair or harsh, you can be grateful for the chance to practice patience and resilience. Gratitude helps us see the good in every situation, even the difficult ones. The Stoics also teach us to accept that criticism is a part of life. No matter how kind or successful you are, there will always be people who criticize you. This is not something to fear or avoid. It is just a fact of life. By accepting this, we can stop being so sensitive to criticism. We can see it as a normal part of being human, not as a personal attack. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is to prepare for criticism in advance. The Stoics called this premeditation of evils. This means imagining the worst-case scenario and thinking about how you would handle it. For example, imagine someone criticizing you in front of others. How would you stay calm and respond with dignity? By practicing this in your mind, you will be better prepared when it actually happens. This does not mean you should expect the worst all the time, but it helps you feel more confident and less afraid. Finally, the Stoics remind us to keep things in perspective. Criticism is just one small part of life. It is not the end of the world. There are so many other things to focus on: your goals, your relationships, your passions. Do not let criticism take up too much space in your mind. Instead, focus on what truly matters and keep moving forward. In conclusion, dealing with criticism, the Stoic way is about staying calm, focusing on what you can control, and not letting others' opinions define you. It is about seeing criticism as an opportunity to grow, not as a threat. It is about living a virtuous life and being true to yourself. The Stoic philosophers offer timeless wisdom that can help us navigate the challenges of life with strength and grace. Criticism will always be a part of life, but with Stoic principles, we can face it with courage and resilience. Remember, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength.